So I nominated Matthew Navin as the Wildcat recipient. Matthew is brand new to our school this year. He is a gentleman. He is always kind, always has a smile, always says good morning. He assists his classmates. Just such a great kid. This past winter, not winter, but just a few weeks ago, he organized a sock drive for those less fortunate than him. So we're just super excited to have him as one of our Wildcats.
Hi Armani, I wanted to recognize you for being a great student in class, acting as a leader, leading other students along, even if that means that you have to do more homework at home. It is super appreciative as a teacher and also shows me how much you know and how willing you are to help others out. So thank you so much, and you deserve to be recognized.
I nominated Alyssa Martins for the Pride Award for her determination. Alyssa is one of the most hardest workers I have ever had as a student. Not only will she do all the work that's assigned to her, she actively looks for work to make herself better. I don't have anybody else that does that. So I appreciate you, Alyssa. You're doing a great job, and keep up the hard work.
I nominated Caden Boyd for this Wildcat breakfast because of his kindness. He always goes above and beyond in class to make sure that things are cleaned, and he picks up chairs at the end of the day. His enthusiasm for class is also another point of why I nominated him. He loves civics and learning, and he's just a really great student, and I really wanted to highlight those qualities. So congratulations.
Aiden Boyd, I never met you in my life other than just saying hi in the halls, but one day after school, not too long ago, you were walking by, I was putting chairs up on the tables because my students forgot to. You popped your head in and said, "Mr. Cray, can I help you put those chairs up?" And I was like, yeah. So I don't know if to you that just seems like an everyday thing, but that's not something we see every day. So thank you for being a really cool Wildcat and helping me get those chairs up. I appreciate it.
I nominate Michael McCallum for Wildcat Pride for being an all-around great person who is respectful of himself and his peers, who is engaged with his work and is helpful with others' work, and is always a pleasure to be around.
My student is Henry Senrisme. I think that's right. Henry's in my Algebra 2 class, H block. He does amazing with the work. I call him a math psycho because he can just come in and just get the math in 2 seconds. And he does a good job of helping people in his group, and I love him.
I nominated Brianna De Palma for always going the extra mile in class and helping out her classmates.
I nominated Elijah Villeneuve as a Wildcat breakfast recipient. Elijah every day gets out of his car, walks over and says good morning to Officer Pope and myself. He is not afraid to advocate for himself and come to ask, a question about something maybe he doesn't like or believe in reference to some of the rules. We're able to have a good discussion about it, and he can accept sometimes that we may disagree, but rules are rules, and he does it with grace. He is always kind of compassionate to everybody around him. So we are very lucky to have Elijah here in our school.
I nominated Jessie Spence. Jessie has a wonderful heart. As a student, Jessie has a can-do attitude despite some challenges. As a person, Jessie is brave and kind, and I enjoy every conversation that we share.
I nominated Dio because I had Dio last year, and coming into 8th grade, he already showed immense growth for right off the bat. In math class, he not only stepped up really as a student academically, but also just as a peer. My main reason for nominating him was that right away he sat with his friends, which is always an interesting choice, but he fully supports them. He's always patient, kind, always willing to explain things, and just an overall very good person for our 8th grade community, as he just adds to just the niceness and great character. So yeah, Dio's great.
I'd like to nominate Jasmine Paulson and Paige Zaleski for being inclusive, including students when they were the odd person out and not included in the group.
My Wildcat nominee, I chose Aiden Sanchez. Aiden has stepped it up this year. The transition from middle school to high school can be challenging. However, Aiden has been trying his best and his hardest. He has supported his peers both in and out of class, and he has been a good friend and a peer to all. He has shown determination throughout term 1, even though he felt like he was struggling at times. So congratulations, Aiden.
Awesome.
Hi Giselle. I wanted to recognize you for being extremely poignant during a medical situation in my classroom. You did exactly what I told you to do, and you're very helpful and respectful to all the students involved, and you deserve to be recognized.
I nominated James Harris and Colin Baker to receive the Wildcat Pride Award. One afternoon, coming out of school, they were walking behind a student, middle school student, and his backpack was wide open. He was coming, and all of a sudden, crash. Everything came flying out of the bag, and without hesitation, they went over, helped this young man pick up all his belongings, and he was all flustered. So they were like, "Don't worry, buddy, you're gonna be okay." Helped him get all his stuff back together, and he made the bus. So I was really proud of them, and very happy to have them here in West Bridgewater as our Wildcats.
I've nominated Colby Hackinson for Wildcat Pride. I've only known him a few months in Anatomy and Phys, but he's a student who's always present, attentive. When everyone else is falling asleep or drowsy, he's with it and getting his work done. I appreciate his respect and just genuine good nature in our class. So great job, Colby. It's been great getting to know you. Thanks.
I do hereby nominate Sean Nee for the Wildcat Pride Award. Sean's a great kid. I've taught him science for several years. He always gets his work done. He's a great student. And most importantly, he's super creative, which is something that I highly prize in my students. And Sean never disappoints in that. Beyond that, even more importantly, he's very skilled at getting my nerdy science fiction references, whether that's Stargate, Star Trek, or maybe some obscure science fiction movie that most people haven't even heard of. Just the other day, Sean actually referenced Highlander 2 in class, and that's an absolutely terrible movie, but he brought it up and it just made my day. So great work, Sean. Nice job, sir.
Eli Holmgren. Eli comes to school every day focused on and positive. He is fun to be around, he tries hard, and he helps others to do their best.
Hi, I wanted to honor Eden Mayer for just for being a kind person. I've known you since you were in 7th grade, and you've never been nothing but nice. I coached you in golf, and your willingness to help others is something that is a nice trait to have. I want to say we've been fortunate to have you here in this school, and I wish you nothing but the best in your future endeavors. I have no doubt in my mind that you're going to be very successful.
I nominate Samantha Morris for Wildcat Pride for being an extremely hard worker with high standards that she always meets, for experimenting without fear of outcome, and for being a kind and lovely person.
I nominated Dylan Spadia for a Pride Award for empathy. I feel like Dylan does a really good job if he notices someone that hasn't been included in a group. I've seen him grab people and pull them into a group, which as teachers we greatly appreciate. He also is very good at noticing people's emotions. So if he notices someone's a little upset or off, even a teacher, he's done it for me, he'll come up and ask, "Hey, how you doing today? You okay today?" I'm like, so I really appreciate Dylan's empathy.
I have nominated Andrew Perry. Andrew is the perfect recipient of the Wildcat Pride Award. He's extremely polite and goes out of his way for students and staff here at WB. At one of his soccer games, I noticed the ball boy having a hard time keeping up physically and didn't really understand the game. Andrew hopped right off of the bench and helped the young boy and explained the game, and then went back to his game. Andrew is the perfect definition of Wildcat Pride, and I'm proud of you, Andrew. Keep up the good work.